Hi guys, I'm Mario with Extreme Industrial Lubricants, and I'd like to show you the resistance of grease under extreme pressure. This here is called a Timken machine. Some people actually call it a lubricity test. Basically, it works on 5 amps. We place the grease on this race right here, and we have a ball bearing locked into place. And for every pound on the scale, it actually works out to 7,000 psi right on the point of contact. So we're going to take just a generic lithium grease, this is from the competition, and just place it on the race. And we could see that when you get to approximately 1 pound on the scale, it stalls the machine. Now what I'm going to do is do a compatibility test with our SMG Gold. This is our multi-purpose grease. And we'll just mix the 2 greases for now. If the 2 greases don't work well and they stall at before 1 pound, that means they're not compatible. And of course you want the 2 greases to be compatible. So it goes to 1 pound, and then it could go even to 1.5 pounds. So you know for sure the 2 greases are compatible. Could even go to 2 pounds, that's 100% better. 2.5, even 3 pounds, and shocking it. Of course, that's the 2 greases together, but what I'd like to do is show you how our grease works by itself. So we're going to wipe off the 2 greases. And this time, use the SMG Gold all by itself. So the first blue grease, which was a lithium grease, went to 1 pound. Here our SMG Gold could go to 1.5 and 2 pounds, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, and you could even shock load it. So if you have a lot of start-stopping in your applications, it's not a problem at all. Besides extreme pressure, something else that could break down a grease is water. We are going to, actually before I put the water, I'm going to put a bit more grease for the water wash test. I'm going to put this cup right here and place some water right in there. As you know, water breaks down a grease very quickly. Our grease happens to be very water resistant, so you could even go to 1, 1.5, and 2 pounds with no problems. 3, 4, and just a reminder, the lithium grease with no water went to 1 pound. So it's very water resistant, extreme pressure resistant, and if you forget to grease the equipment, your bearings are still protected. And we're going to see that by simulating forgetting to grease or wiping it off. And you could see that our grease is already in the pores of that race, so you could still put extreme pressure on it even after wiping it off. And that was our multi-purpose grease called SMG Gold. What we have here is a heat test. We're going to put all these greases to some 500 degrees Fahrenheit and see how they do. Obviously, if they melt, that's not a good thing. That means that in your bearing, when there's friction and heat, it won't be protecting your bearing. So this here is the lithium grease, the competitor's grease. About 80% of the greases on the market are lithium based. And these are our 3 greases. This one's called TMG2, which stands for tacky mining grease. This one here is called SMG Gold, and that's basically our multi-purpose grease. And then this one right here is Super FG, our food grade grease. So I put them in that order. And now we're going to see how they do in high temperatures as soon as I turn on this burner here. This is going to run at about 500 degrees Fahrenheit. think that's on. And after about 10-20 seconds or so, some greases will melt. And here I'm going to put a slope on this pan here, and you could probably see that the lithium grease is already melting. I don't know if you got to see that, but let's do this again. There you go. So not only is it melting, it's smoking, and the other greases are intact still. And that was our heat test.